What's going on, team? It's your boy G, and with Succession season 4 on the horizon, bro, I have to make this video because I'm finally all the way caught up with Succession and I have things I need to say. So first things first, man. The Roys are the worst family in TV history.
Oh, hell no. He done went too far. Now, Lee, shoot his ass right now. Lee, shoot his ass!
I've never seen the amount of backstabbing and superficial makeups in one show. I thought Game of Thrones was bad, but this took it to another level. Now, when I initially first started watching this show, I was a little thrown off on the way that they were kind of shooting it, right? I heard good things about it, but I didn't really know too much going into it. And because of the way that it was shot, it was very similar to, like, you know, how The Office does their zoom ins and like how it's more of a reality show. But in this one, there's no confessionals. Once I got used to that, I kind of was able to lock in a little bit better with what was going on, because this show is basically like corporate culture 101, right? But times that by 1,000.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Because the amount of awkward silence that happens throughout each episode is ridiculous. But I think it's a perfect representation of what, you know, real life conversations could be like. When you're stuck in between that mode of, you know, doing what you have to do and saying what you want to say without coming off in a negative way, it's one of those things where if you worked in any type of office or corporate job, you know exactly what's going on.
I don't mean like funny haha. I mean funny weird.
It was really fun to watch them kind of walk on eggshells and see different characters branch off and gain their own leverage and things like that. So those are some of the things that I noticed immediately. And then boom, you get hit with the broken family dynamic of 4 siblings, 2 different mothers, but one big boss. That's dad.
I'm a motherfucking problem, nigga.
But what makes this show different is because we're seeing this from the 1%ers point of view, which makes it even more cringe. So like I said earlier, this show gives Game of Thrones vibes from a manipulation and, you know, playing your cards right and all the different characters and players throughout the show, except it's in, you know, a corporate setting and nobody's getting their heads chopped off. But from day one, man, everything was about the job. From season 1 to season 3, we kind of get to see this 3-way tie for CEO develop. And basically how every season ends is kind of just like a reset, because this show's all about winning and losing. Right? And Kendall, the second eldest son, basically loses the most. He's battling drug addiction. He lost his family.
Damn!
And everybody pretty much hates him, but
Emotional damage.
he's always finding a way to get back into the mix. Now, I love the way that season 3 ended, because they still left things open-ended, but not at the same time, because Logan's basically cutting his losses and we don't know where the cards are going to fall. So we spent 3 seasons of seeing these siblings fighting, that being Roman, Kendall, and Shiv. And then when it's finally time for them to bring their powers together, it's too late. Oh man, I just love that moment, because it was just like, bruh, it's over. Like the game is over. You could see it on their face. The build up was crazy. All right, now before we get into part 2 of this video, I want to let y'all know that if you enjoy movie TV content here on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button, because we got you covered here on this channel. And make sure to follow me on the socials. That way we could connect offline and kind of bring these discussions to the YouTube, because I would love to connect with y'all and talk TV and movies. So what does this mean for the Roys at this point? Logan is fed up. Somebody has betrayed Shiv, Kendall, and Roman, and Waystar and ATN is looking at a bio at this point. To put it simply, bruh, it's not looking good for them.
Help me.
But that's only because one of the biggest plot points in this show is the job. You never know what you can expect, because Waystar and ATN don't really exist. Anything is literally possible. And the way that they keep you grounded and invested is that they'll name drop, basically, because you never know who they're going to drop next and bring into this world that they created. Because once I realized like this show is really just all about ambition and fulfillment, like everything changed. From Kendall's fall from grace to Greg and Tom having this, you know, weird friendship and work relationship that to start off with Greg kind of being on the bottom and then him having all this leverage over Tom, which is one of my favorite dynamics from the jump, because Tom is, you know, married to Shiv and Greg is just a cousin. They're kind of on the outside looking in and trying to just fit in when they can. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own plans within the company. And a lot of times that just ends up with them trying to stay in Logan's good graces. But it leads you to the question of like, what does family really mean in this moment? Because if you're looking at it from Logan's point of view, this whole time, all his kids have done is literally try to take his company away from him. And then from the opposite perspective, do you just let your pops run the family business into the ground? Or do you take charge and try to, you know, take it from it like Kendall does? And when you realize like the only way to win, at least in this show, is to tear each other down, just to find out that it doesn't even matter because Logan ends up being the end all be all the time. It's like, what's the point, you know? Like, and I think that was one of the things that kept me invested, was just the sheer frustration of them getting so close to be able to take over the company, or just wanting to see them have those real live conversations, bro. Like, everybody's just walking on eggshells and won't say what they really mean and will just sit there and lie to each other, and everybody knows that they're lying to each other. It's just a crazy dynamic to see, but it makes for great TV. I'm not gonna lie. Now, as far as predictions go, I'm kind of lost. I'm gonna be real. Season 4 is definitely going to be insane because Logan is ready to get that bag.
Oh, yeah. Get it. Hey, let's go.
And cut the dead weight. But also, I think Tom spilled the beans. I'm not going to cap, because Shiv only told him what they were finna do. And then Logan said, I'm always going to remember what you did for me type beat. So we going to see. I think Tom is the obvious pick, but who knows, man? Who knows? It might be a hoodwink from anybody at this point. But I want to know in the comment section, who do you think told Logan that the kids were teaming up to create Voltron and take down ATN and him? But other than that, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm holla at y'all in the next video, man. Y'all be easy, y'all know the vibes. Always keep growing, see guns, me boy G. I'm gone. Peace.